Hello, this is the Secure and Govern 17.0 UX planning discussion for March 20th, 2024. We have a small group together today, so we'll probably just go over secret detection and security policies. So let me share my screen. Okay, so secret detection is alphabetically up first.
All right. So I had mentioned just before this, we started recording that I just filled this out just before the call. So Sarah, there's definitely some stuff we can probably discuss either during this call or offline to prioritize what we actually want to work on. But the first thing I have under the themes issue is, so we've been working on creating UX themes for secret detection. I anticipate, so we have 3 UX themes that we've identified. I'm hoping to have those finalized or close to finalized, at least enough by the end of this milestone. So then we can pick one, start doing some work on it. But I think that's more of a nice to have for this coming milestone. There's a couple other more important priorities. Coming down to non-theme related stuff. So first of which is providing support for the secret detection jobs to be done research. So all of the outcome statements and everything, sort of the prep for the survey is going on now. So we have a bunch of outcome statements. We're refining those. That should all be done during this milestone. And I anticipate the survey should at least be drafted by the end of the milestone too. So just providing any support I can to Michael Oliver as he's leading that survey and launching it throughout this milestone.
Any idea when that will be done?
No,
I don't know how long it takes them to get participants. I know we need a decent sample size, but I don't know how long it actually takes.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Amelia,
We didn't actually cover that
since yours was done.
So usually it took me like 3 milestones to have it completed.
Okay. Yeah, because 3 to like done delivered, because you have to write it, send it, and then evaluate and assess the data, right? So that's kind of basically a milestone a piece, probably.
Sure. Yep.
What's the typical sample size?
The people that we follow suggest about 50 or more, depending on the depth. But since it's qualitative, they recommend larger numbers just so we can have faith in the results.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but it's a survey. It's not long, or at least it shouldn't be long. I don't know how many, actually, as I say it, I don't know how many outcomes you have that you're going to validate, but it could be between 50 and 100. So
yeah. Currently in
the questions are simple though. They're on a scale of 1 to 10. Do you need this? On a scale of 1 to 10, how well does the product sufficiently provide it? So there's 2 questions per thing. And once you get into the flow of things of answering them, I think they'd be relatively quick. Half hour, 45 minutes, depending on the quantity. Depending on how difficult it is to parse what the outcome statements are and how they're written, because sometimes they can seem circular.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm anticipating that will get launched during 17.0. Not sure exactly when that will go. I'm not sure what Michael Oliver's capacity is for doing that, because a lot of this will fall onto his plate. So, but just providing some support where I can for that.
Okay.
Beyond that, so the next priority is making sure that we create the assumptive job to be done map for code quality. That's part of the OKR for our team. We haven't done it, haven't started it yet. I'm hoping to maybe dig into it a little bit during this milestone, but I think the bulk of finalizing it and whatnot will be on the early side of 17.0.
Okay. Now remember, the assumptive stuff is just that. Like, you don't have to finish it. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. It's assumptive. Sure. It's best guess. This is what I think it is. And again, you shouldn't do this by yourself.
Yes.
Right. Yep. You should have help with your PM and maybe engineering manager, kind of thing.
Definitely. Yep. And so Sarah, to give you a context there too. So the product designers have a OKR around creating assumptive job to be done maps for all of their trying to think, categories within their stage group. And so for us, we've already done that for secret detection, but we haven't done it for code quality yet. And so basically it's just working together to build an assumptive map with no research, whatever. It's just based on what we think is best. So it shouldn't be a heavy lift, but we will have to get that done by the end of the quarter. So
Yeah.
probably
So
spend some
basically
time.
it's filling in these sections with your best guess based on the knowledge that you have. And then we'd go out and interview participants or users to validate that these are correct. So basically your pre-ops for code quality.
And the scope stops at code quality, or you have to do all of the groups in secure?
I think it's just groups that have designers.
Okay, thanks.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you.
it wouldn't hurt to do them all, but we'd have to figure out who. That'd get really difficult. But I mean, it really would be good to do them all. I'm not going to lie, because the more data we have on our users and their goals, the better we'll know what we should be working on. So that's actually an interesting point. That's something we could probably discuss it eventually. I don't know how to do that without designers. Maybe teaching the PMs more in depth about the process. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get bogged down right now on that. Keep going, Michael.
Cool. Yeah. So the last one I have is one that I threw in here that's from our looking forward discussion or whatever, but there's a ticket to potentially add more details of potential secrets to the client side warnings for secret detection. So this is like when you add a secret in a comment or in an issue, there's a warning that pops up, but we don't have a lot of detail around showing what the secret is and stuff. So I think there's an opportunity or there is an opportunity to do some design work there. So I added this as a nice to have to hopefully get ahead of it before the engineering team starts looking at that.
Like the proactiveness of it. That's nice to have though. So
Yeah.
once
Yep.
once
I'd
you
say that's
get better with these.
Yep, exactly. And as long as I'm talking, the last thing I have beyond secret detection stuff is the OKR for the DevSecOps cross-stage collaboration initiative.
Right.
And so
That
finally
sounds
started
like
design for that. Yep. So finally started that, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of that work will carry over into the next milestone as well. Because I'm sure there'll be a lot of refinement, a lot of discussions and stuff coming out of the initial design proposals.
Right. Okay. That sounds good. Is there any concerns?
Not that I can think of.
Or Sarah, how about you?
Sorry, I thought you said my name, so I said no.
I did say Sarah, but that's all right.
Oh.
I didn't
No
listen.
concerns.
I'm a
No
soft
concerns.
talker sometimes. All right, cool. Thank you both. And then security policies, Camelia?
Yeah, I think most of them just carry over, but I think the first one and the third one and the fourth one will be done in this milestone.
Okay.
And the others are probably nice to have. From what I understand, what are 100% is on the compliance side for next milestone. So what
So
will be
1, 3,
done?
and 4 will be done in 1610, whatever the heck we're in, 1611.
Yeah, so 1, 3, 4, yeah.
Yeah, so that means 2 and 5 would become the primary work
Nice.
that you're
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume it's nice to have because based on grant, the compliance comes over for next milestone.
Okay. Have you had a chance to talk with Grant about these things specifically?
We had 2 meetings, but they are all run over time. We didn't go into the details. It just last 5 minutes. Like he told me the compliance probably comes in priority.
Okay, fair enough. Got a couple weeks to confirm and firm up the plan for 17 now. No worries. Anything happening with updates to UX themes? for the UX roadmap?
I would assume for the compliance, we will start doing that because we are looking from like strategy and the job to be done since there's new PM onboarding, so that's a good time. So if we ship to compliance, we will focus on that, and then yeah, policy will wait again.
Okay. Does policy have UX themes updated?
It's have been done like 2 years ago.
Right, but I mean, like, it'd be good to look at them again because new issues have been created over time, and you know that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Do you anticipate that 17.1 will be a swap over to compliance? Is that what you were saying?
That's I don't know yet.
Okay. I'll try to put something on our next agenda, our one-on-one, so we can talk about this and the UX theming stuff. Because ultimately, it's something that's worthwhile to have refreshed every year. At least look at it, you know, to make sure that that it's clean. So essentially, all groups should be doing that effort. Hopefully, in the new year or at the end of the previous year for the new year. We'll get better and better at it. It's just hard because it only happens once a year, so you kind of forget about it. 11 months in. So, all right, we'll talk about it later. All right, I guess that is basically it. Anyone have anything else they wanted to talk about? Any concerns about help in groups? Nope. All right, cool. Thanks, y'all. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye all.